work, but one moment once again. One moment, let's wait a little bit for Matthias to join in our webinar. Okay, Matthias, I gave you the rights. Can you speak?
Yes, one moment in life. Hello.
Yes, hi, Matthias. Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, thanks. And you?
Oh, yes. Okay, very good. Great, thanks. Can you
Perfect.
remember? Can you remember our last webinar before the match began, Liverpool?
Yes, and I
Yeah.
said I'm so excited to see an awesome match. Yeah, and it was.
Yes, I hope you remember my words, yeah, that everything is possible
Yes,
in
everything was
football.
possible. Yeah, the dream
Okay,
comes
good.
true.
Yes, at first, yeah, thanks for all of those who attended to our webinar with the topic CFDs for beginners. My name is Timur from Tradimo. I'm the head of sales. And on the other line, I've got Matthias.
Yeah, I am Matthias here, Matthias Denecke from Germany. Yeah, I'm also responsible for the Tradimo trading account and yeah, the educational manager in simple words, and responsible for the premium service as well.
Okay, very good. Yeah, sounds great. Okay, so let's start with the webinar. Yeah, CFDs for beginners. But we have to, before we start, unfortunately, I have to, yeah, show you the risk disclaimer that everything what we show is no liability. We don't take any guarantees, nothing at all. And yes, just take a look on this. And if you have got questions, you can contact us anytime. And after the webinar, we will show you the contact details via email.
Perfect.
Good. So let's start. So what is CFD? Yeah, at first, this webinar is also supported by XM. XM is one of the biggest broker on Cyprus, not only on Cyprus, also worldwide, specialized on CFD trading and Forex. Who is interested for just type xm.com and you will see which products are available, which you can trade over XM. Good. So, what is CFD? Matthias, have you ever traded with CFDs?
Yes, I started with CFDs actually. So I
Okay.
think it's the best instrument to start as a beginner because you can trade them. And of course, you will explain it in more detail, but you can trade with CFDs with a very tiny account. And I think this is a huge benefit.
Yeah, this is a very huge benefit. Before we start about the technical side or about the basic how CFDs are working, just let's step back a little bit to the history. So these are derivatives that evolve as well as the underlying securities, provided with only one additional factor. Example, a leveraged derivative would cost the same as the stock itself, but if the stock rose by 50%, the derivative would have gained 100%.
Or even more.
Or more, yes, it's up to you. It's up to you, yeah, and up to the brokers and banks which leverage they want to give you on CFDs. Good. The CFDs were developed in the 90s by investment bankers from the UBS in London, Union Bank of Switzerland, yes. And the reason was to avoid taxes in Great Britain. And the big advantage was, yeah, a great possibility for speculation and simple tool for hedging. And I will show you, of course, in the next steps and on the next pages, why is that a great possibility for speculation, and just for, of course, examples, why is also a very good tool for hedging. So the CFD, contract for difference, that's the word. The difference is yeah, between the buying price and the selling price of an underlying asset instead of buying a stock. You only acquire the right to a price difference. That's all. And this is a CFD. So the CFD has got only the underlying of a real stock and the margin, yeah, what the bank or broker wants. So at all or at the end, it's a derivative product.
Yeah. And I think it's so cool to have CFDs. And I was so excited to heard about them in the past. So maybe 20 years ago, or let's say 25 years ago, it wasn't possible to trade, let's say, euro dollar, because you need to take an entire lot. And therefore, you need 100,000 units of euro to trade euro dollar, for example.
Yeah.
And now, yeah, maybe Timo will explain it, but it's possible to trade them with CFDs, and it's pretty simple.
Yes, yes, very, very pretty similar. I will show you in a very short or very simple example of calculation, yeah, how you can trade or how you can gain with CFDs. Of course, the opposite is also possible, that you can lose with CFDs, yeah. So that means if a stock would gain for you 50%, you would win 100%, but you can also lose 100% if the stock loses 50%, if you're on the wrong way, of course, yeah. So this is very, very important, that because of the leverage, the higher risk of losses are or can be or can exist on CFDs in every leverage products. So let's come to the next page. Yeah, I want to give you an example of calculation. For example, a Commerzbank. Yeah, for example, a long position. For example, when I'm buying a CFD on a Commerzbank to speculate on higher price, very simple. I buy at 11 euro, for example, and to close the position, I sell at 12. So my thinkings are a size of 1,000 shares, in this case, of course, CFD shares. And I want to hold these shares or CFD shares 15 days. So how will this affect on the account? Yeah. If you buy at 11 and sell at 12, yeah, 1,000 CFD Commerzbank shares. And the next page will show, yeah, that um, in the CFD shares, you have got also the financial costs, for example, 4% per year. This is also a very simple number. Today, we have got more lower financial costs, yeah,
Yeah.
4%, lower than 4%. I think it's between 0.5 and 1%, I think.
I think it's more close to 2%, but not
Yeah, okay.
100% sure because it's related to EONIA. So it's the European
Mm-hmm.
overnight interest rate average. And this is pretty close to 1 or 1.1%. And then, of course, there's a little markup of 0.5, 0.6% from the broker side. So it's pretty close to 2%, but even closer, even lower than 4%.
Okay, yeah, okay. Good. So let's come to the next line. Yeah, the transaction costs are 11 euro. How does it? Yeah, how does it happen? And want to give you these examples or just a deeper view on these calculation. When I trade 1,000 CFD shares buying at 12, it would be on the normal stock market 12,000 euros. But on CFDs, the bank or the broker would give me a leverage or just a margin of 10% on the 11,000 euro where I bought. And that means I have to put only a margin of 1,100 euros. So these financial costs of 11,000 euros with 4% per year, 365 days, and then divided in 15 days would cost me 18.08 euros on financial costs. I hope it was okay. Or
Yeah,
Matthias?
yeah, I think it was. So it's a kind of interest rate that you
Yeah.
have to pay for getting the additional money from the broker.
Yes. So the financial cost would be 18 euros, yeah, on these, or 18.08 euros on these 15 days, uh, yeah, because of the holding period of 15 days. So the transaction cost, because I bought at 11 euro, yeah, these are 0.10% on the volume. So my volume was 11,000 euros because I bought 1,000 shares at 11, yeah, and then it would me cost then the transaction of 11 euro.
Makes absolutely sense. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. I hope everyone understood. When you have got questions, just use the chat screen, type in there. We have got an eye on it, and we will yeah, answer as soon as possible during the live session.
Yeah. I have an eye on it. So you
Okay,
can
very good.
focus on the
Very good,
presentation,
Matthias.
Timur.
I'm counting on you. You are my guy, man. That's good. Okay, good. So the next page I want to show you is the result. So I bought at 11, sold at 12. I made a gain of 1,000 euros with my 1,000 CFD shares. My financial cost 18.08 euros. Transaction cost 11 euros. My investment was only 1,100 euros. So I made a net profit over 970.92 euros.
Yeah, which is more than 90%.
90%, that's good, huh?
Yeah,
In 15 days.
it's
Quite
amazing.
possible. You know what? I know in the past when I was, I worked over 20 years in a bank, and we got several clients who traded on CFDs. And never forget, and there was an account, he just only invested, I think, 5,000 euros margin, and he got a lucky shot, really. In my opinion, it was a lucky shot. And I think after 10 days, he got on his account, unbelievable, 300,000 euros.
Wow. Oh, wow. Okay. That
Okay,
was really a lucky shot.
but then it happened. Yeah, I think he thought he would become the best trader in the world, and I think after 2 months from these 300,000 euros, he lost over 250,000 euros.
Okay, that sounds bad, but yeah, compared to the beginning, 5,000, he still has 100,000.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah, that's 20 times the initial money.
yes,
Pretty much gain.
yes.
Good.
But I want to show you, of course, the volatility, what can happen with CFDs. Yeah,
Hmm.
the big possibility for speculation and making a lot of profit, but on the other side, a very high risk, of course, of losses. Yeah,
Yes.
because of the leverage effect. So let's come to the other side. What does it mean? What can happen when I trade, for example, not in a long position, not buying, just the opposite, the short position? Because we know in normal stock markets we can only buy, but in CFD markets it's also possible to trade the opposite, the
Hmm.
short side. So I want to give you also an example of calculation. In this case, once again, the Commerzbank. Yeah, on the first step, we are selling CFDs on a Commerzbank on a short side. The selling price would be 12 euros. And to close the short position, of course, I have to buy at 11 back at this in this example. The size is the same, 1,000 CFD shares, but the holding period is a little bit longer, 21 days. So it means I'm selling at 12, and after 21 days, I'm buying to close the position at 11 after
Hmm.
21 days.
So in
So
general, we can expect to have more or higher financial costs because of the holding period is much longer. Or
probably
not. So
now
this is the question.
this is the question. Really, is this is the question? Do I have to pay financial costs or not?
Yeah, because we are short.
We
Bear
are
in
short.
mind.
Yes, we are short. So let me see if the attenders would guess. I want to ask you of all of them. You can write the answer in the chat screen. Do I have to pay financial costs or not if I have to, or if I would sell at first or go on short? Let's wait and
Mm.
see if they can give us the right answer.
Yeah, I'm excited. So the thing is, we don't borrow any money from the broker. Actually, we give a loan to the broker.
We
So
lend the money. Yeah, we lend
yes,
the shares. We
absolutely.
lend the shares.
So
So
what do
what
you
does it?
think?
So what do you think? Yeah, do we have to pay financial costs or not if we are going short in CFDs?
Don't be shy. We don't have any wrong numbers. A
Oh,
yes comes in. Okay,
yes,
cool.
okay. So Ramsey believes that we have to pay financial costs. Okay. You want
I
to show the
think
solution?
I think the other guys are too shy. Yeah, please
Yeah.
continue.
Okay, good. I will continue, and you will. I think most of the guys will be shocked. So the financial costs we would gain, we would get the financial cost. So what does it exactly mean? If the financial costs are in this case 1% per year, yeah, transaction cost would be 12 euro. So that means 1,000 shares. We have got a volume of 12,000 euros. If we would have a margin of 10% from the broker or bank, we have to put a margin of 1,200 euros. But on the financial cost side, we will receive €6.90, 6.90 euros.
Yeah, we are making money.
Yeah. So if you are going short, you are the lenders. It means you give the shares to a buyer. The buyer has to pay, and the seller he would get the money from the buyer, the financial costs.
Mhm.
So the transaction cost, okay, we traded the volume of 12,000 shares with 10% is 12 euro. So on the next page, we will see the result. The gain would be okay with 1,000 shares, 1,000 euros, and the financial cost is a plus. It's a plus on our account of 6.90 euros. Transaction cost 12 euros. The invest 1,200 euros. So the net profit would be 994.90 euros.
Yeah, even higher than expected, I think.
Yes, even higher than expected, of course. I hope everyone understood why a seller, or why when someone goes short in the market, would have the financial cost, because we are the lender. So that means we will uh, get the financial cost, and we would gain on this. But of course, yeah, everything depends on the market. Yeah, because if you are short but the market is going long, of course you are making losses. So
Hmm.
um, the financial costs would be a peanuts.
Yeah,
Would be a
only a tiny amount of
yes,
success.
yes, a really tiny amount. Yeah. So regarding the hedging, I know also from my experiences in the bank, a lot of, yeah, I would say traders at the banks in Middle Europe, and for example in Frankfurt, in Paris, or in London. They use the CFDs for hedging. So that means they use they trade normal the stocks on the buying price, or on the buying side, but to get the differences of the, I would say, market spreads or price spreads, they try to gain for example, going short on the CFD shares, yeah, and also to hedge, yeah. These are two ways of speculation what they want to use out. The first is, of course, to hedge the open stock positions, and the second is to arbitrage. Yeah? Is that the right word?
Yeah, I think this is
Arbitrage
the right
trading.
word.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is the real one. Yeah, a lot of traders at the banks use the CFDs, of course, for arbitrage trading.
Mhm.
We've got a question here from Josias. Do the contract have to last until the year?
Not necessarily. So, no. In simple words, no.
No. Okay. No. So, yeah, if you have got further questions, you can write it really in the chat screen, because these, yeah, we wanted to show you really the CFDs from the basic. Yeah, the basic means on a very, very simple way. But if you are unexperienced in CFD trading, I can recommend, for example, to open an account, a demo account at XM. Yeah, try to trade on the demo account, yeah, the CFDs, and to see how it works and if that fits on your personal investment.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And what I would like to add here, because the focus was more on the financial costs and transaction costs, but the beauty on CFD trading, in my opinion, is that you can trade tiny position sizes on big futures contracts. For example, if you want to trade oil, an entire oil contract has a worth of $62,000. And it's not possible to trade this as a small retail trader or as a beginner. But with CFDs, you can trade only a thousandth of the futures contract of oil. So $62, for example. Or you can trade euro dollar, or you can trade gold. All this is only possible doing the opportunity of having CFDs. Without CFDs, you cannot trade such things. And this is the beauty of CFDs, in my opinion.
Yeah, this is the big advantage, of course. Yeah, really, with a very small account, you can trade a high volume.
Yeah.
Yeah, for example, I know, for example, from XM, they offer on CFDs not only the stocks, they offer the indices side, yeah, that you can trade DAX future, that you can trade the S&P future, the Dow Jones future on CFD. You can trade the crude oil. You can trade precious metals like gold, silver,
Yeah.
platinum on CFDs with a very, very small amount, and yes,
And
to move a very high leverage.
yeah, it's not all about the leverage, I would say. So you can trade this in line with a good risk and money management because your position sizes can be so small. So this is really, really cool.
Yes, correct, absolute. So these are very high advantages, and this is the reason why CFDs trading has got a very, very high reputation in in every good traded asset account or at the asset managers. And I can tell you, it's not, it was developed it was developed by traders from banks, from big banks, in this case UBS, and still in use by traders in Frankfurt or in London or in Paris, worldwide, I would say, and
Hmm.
still on a very high level. Yes,
Yeah.
and the also the big advantage is that private investors has got the access now to these products for a long time, but you know, for example, here in Germany, they've got still the mentality still missing on their accounts. Yeah, for example, Comdirect or Consors, they offer this also as well, but a very small product list, I would say. Yeah, I know from Comdirect. But when you, for example, go to XM, yeah, open a demo account there, you can see the whole universe of CFDs, what you can trade in for.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you want to have more contents or schooling or education, I can recommend definitely the Tradimo financial education. Just register here to become a premium member. We have got now um, um, a campaign. Yeah, normally a premium access we would charge 49 euros per month, but we started the campaign with the first month of €1, $1. Yeah, one you can start and to see um, how big is the content, how is the schooling material, and so on. Yeah, with the first month of €1. And the biggest advantage is, Matthias, you are the trader. You are trading a very, very successful account. Yeah. And I think only in stocks, yeah, and stock options.
I'm not so focused on stocks, so more on futures and
Okay.
commodities. Yeah.
Futures and commodities. So what does it exactly mean? If you become a premium member of Tradimo, you would get the signals from Matthias. Is that correct?
Yes, that's absolutely right.
Yeah, and you can use it for CFDs. So
Yes.
yes, this is the absolute big advantage. So that means, yeah, if you are getting the signals from Matthias, you can change the signals on your account. Yeah, if you have got, of course, a real trading account. Of course, you can try it also as well on the demo account, and then you can see how does it work and what was your performance the last 12 months.
And last 12 months on my personal account or the Tradimo account?
The
So
Trading account, of
yeah, the
course.
Tradimo account was 31%.
31%. Can you believe this? So you guys, I put the link in there here on Tradimo in the chat screen. Become a premium member, starting with the campaign. The first month of €1, you can cancel anytime per month, and just to see minimum the signals from Matthias, and you can change this on the CFD side.
Yes.
Okay, that was good, huh? Okay,
Yeah.
good. So, Matthias, have we got today a football match? No, I don't guess.
No, not today. So it's just badminton for my personal sport.
Okay, just that. Okay, sounds great. Okay, good. Yes, we came to the end to the webinar. Yeah, on the last page, I will show you the email address where you can contact us anytime. I would appreciate after the webinar if you can leave some what you call this ratings. Yeah, for the
Yeah, a
webinar.
rating, a review. Hmm.
Yeah, a review, ratings. I would appreciate if you can write what you are missing or what you want to have for the future, which contents or which topics for are you interested for, so that we can do. Yeah, I think then we can do more better webinars for you to fit in. Yeah,
Sounds
and
great.
yeah, I would appreciate if you can leave some reviews or ratings. And don't forget, if you want to have the signals, get the premium membership from Tradimo, open the demo account at Exam, and then you can look forward.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. Thanks, Matthias, for your attention. And also for everyone, the next webinars will be shown on our Tradimo page. For everyone who unfortunately did not attend, it is recorded here, and we will upload this as soon as possible. I think tomorrow, and then I will inform also all the clients, all the attenders via email.
Okay, then we will see each other next Tuesday.
Yes, next Tuesday.
Oh,
Correct.
not me. Sorry. I'm on vacation, but the week after I'm back again. So
On
next week
Thursday.
only 2 more.
What? Yeah. What about Thursday? What about Thursday? This is in German language, yeah. CFDs.
I'm on vacation the entire week next week.
Okay. And this Thursday?
This Thursday I'm available. That's
Oh,
not a
okay.
problem at
Good.
all.
Okay.
Yep.
We could. Yeah. We will do it once again together.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Yeah. Thanks for your attention, and I hope to see you soon.
Yeah. Me too. Bye, guys. Have a nice
Bye.
evening.
You too. Bye.